We the Fans is the #1 sponsor in battle rap. My name is Frank White, and I probably contributed to some of your favorite battles. I mean, in the last 4 years, I donated $222,000 to battle rap for the culture. Check out We the Fans Global on Instagram for the full catalog of battles I sponsor. And follow We the Fans Global on YouTube to watch full battle breakdowns from a sponsor's perspective and a recommendation for what battles should be booked next. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe and keep stepping into your greatness. We the Fans is for the culture.
We are here. What's good? Chris Tex, one half of Battle Rap Royalty. Big salute to Duchess. How's everything going, Chris?
Everything's going great. How you feeling, Frank?
I'm alive. I'm well. I'm breathing. My voice is getting raspy, so this will be my last blog of the evening. I want to talk about this incredible Calico card, BMBL, April 5th. This is what feels like Michigan versus Jersey.
Absolutely.
A lot of dope matchups here. We're sprinkled in with a couple people from other places, but let's jump right into it. We'll start at the bottom of the card. We got Breezy Will versus Merlot. Very unexpected. Big fan of Breezy Will. Breezy Will has battled Unlimited Bars, which I thought was a phenomenal battle on iBattle.
Amazing debut for both of them. Absolutely.
Merlot's also battled on iBattle against Los Prime in Chicago. He's also got a dope battle with Dev. So Merlot's no stranger to battling a puncher. So this should be very interesting. I think right off the bat, I think Breezy Will has the advantage in terms of pin, but Merlot got the energy and he's been stepping up his punches a lot. But if you've seen Breezy Will versus Unlimited Bars, I just don't see a world where Merlot can keep up with this. But Merlot has shocked me before. I'm a big fan of Merlot too, but I got Breezy Will 2-1 clear. Chris, how you call this battle?
So first, this is the only battle that's not right. It's not Michigan versus Jersey on the entire card, I believe. So at first I was like, why is this even on? But I think this battle is going to be very good. So I'm not actually mad at this battle being on there. I fuck with both of them. Merlot was good against Preem. I got to see him live over there in Chicago, to see him do his thing. And I've seen Breezy Will multiple times. And I similar to what you said, I like Merlot. I love his energy. I love his believability. It's all there. I can't see him beating Breezy Will, man, at all. I have Breezy in this one 2-1 clear.
Yeah, we on the same page. But if Merlot pulls it off, it won't be the first time he surprised people. There are people out there who actually got Merlot beating Los Prime. I'm not one of those people, but there are people out there who say so. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't have that.
You're also not
there. Shout out Merlot. He was very good, but
yeah,
come on.
Yeah, I feel the same way, but I ain't gonna hold you. I did have him beating Dev pretty clear. I also had him beating Don Leno last time he was on BMBL. So Merlot has accumulated some wins. Gotta respect him for that.
For sure.
So the next battle we're gonna talk about, I'm gonna let you take the lead on because I only know one of the people in this battle. Dre Dennis versus Devious. How you call this battle? I'm gonna just say Dre Dennis because Dre Dennis has 6,000 battles and he's very difficult to win against. Capo will tell you that because he lost to him.
I was there for that too. All right, so Dre Dennis, he's battled a couple times, but Devious, I know Devious is landslide, right? So he's gonna be kind of like in his environment over there. He battled June P on BMBL already, but man, Dre Dennis, I still don't understand. I feel like he gets so much unwarranted hate in this culture. And I really don't get it. Like you hear Dre, like the punches that he has, like if someone else would have said the same exact punch, people will be going crazy for it. But people just don't want to celebrate Dre Dennis for whatever reason. I'm not one of those people at all. If Dre has something that's fire, I think it's fire. I mean, forget about the fact that he's from Jersey. I'm Jersey biased, but like he's really Dre is nice, man. Like I still to this day I don't get it. And this has been happening for a very long time, Frank.
Agreed.
Years it's been happening. Dre has, I don't know how many, 400 battles, whatever the number is, and it's been happening for a very long time. There's a couple people on that same list that I feel like You know, Prep, I feel, is another. We don't got to get into all the other people I think get the same unwarranted hate. But Devious, you know, I know there's a bunch of different Deviouses, by the way. There's a King of the Dot Devious. There's another Devious overseas. But I know this Devious has got to be the one in Landslide. It's on Calico's card, so it's got to be him.
Okay.
I just can't see. I don't got Dre losing this, man. I'm going to go Dre Dennis. Out of respect to his hometown, I'll say Dre Dennis 2-1. But I got Dre winning this battle.
Okay, salute Dre. This next one is a rematch. I think we're in rematch season. I'm not going to lie. The only reason I'd be slightly opposed to this battle is because Clean won very clear the first time. So when you win so clear the first time, I don't really be seeing the point. But, you know, it's been a long, long time. I got to salute Clean on that performance. I believe it was on Black Ice Cartel. Amazing battle against Arsenal. If you haven't seen it, please tap in. Arsenal doing this thing, but Clean just got that clear. So we're here now. Clean versus Arsenal Part 2. Ars gets to get his rematch. If we're doing rematches like that, then Briz come outside so Arsenal could get his rematch. That's another battle where Ars lost clear. But Clean, you're at home. I know Clean's got a lot of love for Calico and always shows up to do what he's got to do here. But with that said, Ars is in a different bag. Ars been cooking. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of who you have between him and Anderson Burrs, Ars did his thing. Ars did his thing against Vixen. And, of course, we can't forget the very clear win he has against Jazz. So I'm hoping Ars goes into this and, you know, gets revenge and wins 2-1 clear. I'm going with Ars on this one, 2-1 clear. Go ahead.
All right. So with Clean, there's, you know, obviously we always have is he going to show up? I don't think that's going to be an issue here in Cal's league. It's just like Black Ice, you know, he shows up for the leagues that he wants to show up for. And I think he is going to show up for this one. His last showing that I saw him, it wasn't the greatest, but you know, he's home. But like you said, man, I can't go against Arsenal right now. I think the last year or two, if we're just judging off the you know recency bias, I mean Arsenal has been kind of doing really well. You know, whether like you said, you know, some people have them losing against Vixen. I'm one of those people, but it wasn't a bad performance. Anderson was not a bad performance. Jazz was an amazing performance.
Agreed.
So these are all great performances that Arsenal had. I'm going with Arsenal here on the rematch. Clean is super entertaining, man, when he's on, and I love watching him rap. So I'm hearing he's outside in 2026 a lot.
Let's go.
I see him on a lot of flyers. I know he already has a couple book coming up. So I'm excited to see a lot of Kitchen Clean in 2026. But I got Arsenal on the rematch, man. Clear.
Yeah, same. Okay, so we on the same page so far.
Yeah, I already sound Jersey biased. I already know I sound Jersey biased. Let's just pretend I'm not from Jersey. I swear I would hide.
It's too late now, brother. It's too late now. Quest McCody versus O-Red. Very interesting matchup. Quest has been outside. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of how you call. Oh, damn. I done lost my phone. Here we go. Regardless of how you call his battles, I've got Quest kind of wilding. He's been wilding against Tay-Rock, wilding against who else did Quest battle? He just battled against, who was it on Arsenal? He battled against Arsenal, was doing his thing on TBL. So I'm not going to hold you. I got Quest is outside. Now, whether he's won those battles is a different conversation, but he's been rapping. And I'm going to also say O-Red. Listen, when O-Red first came out, I was one of the biggest O-Red fans. You know what I'm saying? Him against Rex is one of my personal favorites. I quote it to this day. Randy Sullivan, is it? Like the way he salute to Red. But then he took a little bit of a dip, and I hated it. I hated Red for a while. Then when he came back versus Miss Hustle, I was like, oh, this is the old O-Red. And I seen that O-Red versus Jack just dropped. If we got anything like what he did versus Hustle, then I can't wait to watch that battle. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to be honest. I got O-Red 2-1. I did have O-Red losing the Sheed at TBL, but it was such a nasty event. And with everything that was going on behind the scenes, it's just I'm not even going to count that against him. So, but if he show up how he showed up versus Miss Hustle against Quest McCody, it'd be a long night. Now, Quest, one of my favorite battles from Quest was when he battled Daylight at home. I had Quest clearing Daylight. I don't know. It could be close. So I'm gonna say O-Red 2-1 edge. I got O-Red in this one. How you call it?
So I know you just told me O-Red versus Jack just dropped. I really wanted to watch that battle before giving a prediction because I could kind of see, he had the Miss Hustle battle. I could kind of see he had the She battle. I could see where he's at with it.
Trajectory.
Yeah, I wanted to see that. Like if O-Red is upstairs against Jack, I cannot go against him in this battle. But I didn't get to see that battle yet. I'm actually, as soon as we end this, I'm gonna go watch that.
Me too. I'm gonna tell 3 drops right after this.
But Quest has been doing his thing, like you said, against Tay-Rock. I know it was maybe a little bit of time ago, but he was very good against Rum Nitty and Mike Masters, I believe it was on. He was very good in that battle too. So,
he's Quest and Rum was good.
Yeah, he's been doing his thing. But I got O-Red, man. I'm just going off of like the way he's been, and like you said, against Miss Hustle, he was great. He was really, really good.
That was the old O-Red.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go O-Red 2-1, but I would not be surprised if Quest takes this one, especially where he's at. He's home, so I wouldn't be surprised. But I'm still gonna go O-Red 2-1 in this one.
I agree. Damn, we on the same.
Yeah, everything is the same.
We got
it's gonna change.
Okay. This next one. Okay, I gotta keep it tall with this one. Marv has been collecting wins. You know what I'm saying? And a win is a win. I never like a dub is a dub. However you get it, you get the dub. But a lot of times he's getting the dub because the opponent's not showing up. With Geechee was choking. With T-Top, he was chuckling his way through the battle. It's just been a lot of just Marv by default. Now, I will say I also had Marv winning against Ars at home. I can't remember what. I think that was the BMBL card too. But I had Marv there, and Ars was fighting though. But with all of that said, though, New Jersey Twerk's been going through a lot. We've seen being a New Jersey Twerk fan is being a fan through the dips and valleys, the peaks and valleys. Now we've had some peaks like when he battled Big K. We've had some valleys, like when he recently battled Easy the Block Captain. I love Twerk to death. I'm a huge New Jersey Twerk fan. He's taking some time off, maybe like a month or so. Now he's popping up on a lot of different cards. I got faith, man. I'm going to just go on faith. I'm going to go off because I'm seeing him battle Murder on TBL in Maryland on March 14th. Then I'm seeing his name is just popping up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go off faith. I would say if we're just judging off talent, I think New Jersey Twerk is a more powerful battler. Like he's explosive with his delivery. He's bar heavy, and it be battles like this where you don't like him and Pass when he's matched up against a vet that he just does the best Twerk we've seen. Like he was incredible against Pass, so I could see this being the same thing. And they've known each other for some time, so Twerk got enough to talk about. But Marv is at home. And Marv been on the run. Marv been doing his thing. You can't do nothing but respect Marv's run. You know what I'm saying? He's a legend in this. So with all of that said, though, New Jersey Twerk 2-1, slight edge. Now, if we get the Twerk from the end of last year, it's going to be a nasty long night. But if we get a refreshed Twerk that, you know what I'm saying, he's bouncing back from his situations and we're getting another New Jersey Twerk run, I think Twerk 2-1 would be beautiful to see. How you calling this battle?
So I agree with a lot of the things you said there. Also, Marv also recently battled Suge on I was there for that in New York, and I had Marv winning that battle as well. I think
he's collecting dubs.
He's definitely collecting wins. I really wish the break that Twerk took was actually a break and longer. I feel like I was one of the 10 people there for the Easy versus Twerk.
Were you in the building for that?
I was in the building for that.
Oh, as a Jersey native, how did that feel?
Well, once you saw like what started to go down, I slowly, like the Homer Simpson gif, I slowly started to fade into the background.
You faded into the
I started to fade to the background.
Hey,
but
that's so funny.
I really do wish this break was going to be longer, but I want to preface this with Twerk is my favorite battler of all time. Like all time. Forget about Jersey. He's just my favorite, and I think on 100 he's the best in the world. And every battle we have the same conversation with Twerk. Is he going to be on 100, right? If he's on 100, he's unstoppable. There's no one that I would predict that could beat Twerk on 100. No one in period. Literally no battle rapper could beat Twerk on 100. And I want to go into it thinking that. as well. You know that he's going to be on 100 versus Marv. Marv did battle Tay Rock on BMBL last year, and I want to say it was his first, was really, really good, and he was getting a reaction from everyone. You know, he's home. It was, and that's against Tay Rock. You know, just to take a round against Tay Rock is not easy. It's not easy to do. So
I agree.
And obviously Marv has been around forever. So is Marv capable of beating Twerk? Absolutely. You know, Marv is a legend, and he's capable of doing it. Do I think it's gonna happen? I think it depends on the Twerk that we get, and I feel bad even saying that because Marv is so good to say it depends on what Twerk shows up, but it always depends on what Twerk shows up, right? Like it always depends on what we get. So out of what, like you said, faith and what I pray happens, I pray Twerk shows up so we could get a really good battle, and if he does, there's nothing Marv could do. There's nothing Marv could do.
Talk heavy
at all. So I'm gonna go Twerk 2-1 here. I hope the battle happens, and yeah, I'm gonna go Twerk 2-1. Damn, I pick Jersey every time, haven't I?
It sounds like you got Jersey.
we got another battle coming up. We got the main event coming up next.
Okay,
right?
so let's get to that. Let's get to that. Now, for those of us that have been fans of Calico for a long time, we know what this means. This is different. This is the history behind this battle. You know, a lot of people may not even be familiar, the new fans maybe, but back in the day, this is also a rematch. So the opener and the headliner is a rematch. Salute to URL for doing the same thing with volume that is available on the app. Make sure you tap into the app. Now, with all of that said, I'm not gonna lie. When they first battled, Suge was a different Suge than the Suge that y'all know. Y'all know Suge is puncher Suge, performer Suge. But those of us who've been watching Suge for a long time know Suge is one of the most disrespectful
Suge
on the planet. And he was violating opponents left and right back in the day. It was a different time. Rest in peace to Proof. I'm not quoting none of the bars out of respect, but
a lot of Proof bars that battle.
He wild on Proof. If you go watch that battle, you'll see what I'm talking about. Rest in peace to Proof, of course. With all of that said, Calico is now getting his get back and is going to be in Detroit. You know, we had the whole situation with Trick and Arsenal. It's been a lot of things that have happened behind the scenes, things that happen in the streets that we don't speak about because that's the streets and we are not involved in any of that. But with all of that said, the Suge we've seen as of late, and I hate to say this because Suge is one of my favorites. You know what I'm saying? I've been watching Suge for a long time. I sponsor some Suge battles because I'm a shotgun Suge fan. But the Suge we've seen of late, he been playing. The best Suge I got was when I sponsored him versus Easy. Did a phenomenal job. Salute to Suge on that. Nice. But he's gotten some lackluster joints. He's gotten some lackluster performances. Now, I know Suge wants this battle, so I know we might be getting a different Suge because of that. And Suge, it's a lot, you know, it's region versus region. So you're not just representing yourself, you representing Jersey. So that's a big deal. And you got to address some things in this battle. You know what I'm saying? Now, Calico's flow is so unorthodox. His city loves him. They love him like the mayor. They love him like the way Big Sean loves to say, oh boy. Like they love Calico. Calico is, shout out Dice as well. Calico is a staple in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Like he gets so much love. So he's bringing the city out. He's even got I Swear Vezo hosting. It's his birthday. Like Suge, you're dealing with a lot in this battle. You know what I'm saying? The whole city's coming out for Calico. They're all going to be waiting for you to address the whole Proof thing. You know, it's going to get crazy. I can tell you that it's going to get crazy. I know Calico not going to play. I'm very hype about this battle. I got Calico 2-1, man. I got Calico 2-1. 2-1.
All right.
How you call it, Chris? The floor is yours. Take your time.
So first, I want to say, I heard you say Calico is able to get his get back. I had Calico winning that battle very, very clear the first.
Oh, you had him winning the first battle?
I had him winning the first battle. I think I gave Suge the first round. This is also 15 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a long time. The shooter and the driver. Yeah. That's what he was doing.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Suge used to rap like this.
Right. And also back then, I don't know when was the last time you seen that battle. Back then, I feel like there was a lot more space given. Like they were battling, they were far apart from each other. This time, I don't feel like they're gonna be doing that. You know, he didn't pocket check him. That wasn't really like that. That didn't happen back then. That's gonna be different this time around. But I say that to say I agree with what you said about Suge's recent showings. I know he was great against Easy. He was really good against Verb. He had a great 2022, I think it was, when he was like up there.
When he was on that run.
Yeah, he went on a run, and I'm like, yeah, let's go. Out of Cody. When he smoked chest, he smoked chest on Summer Madness.
That was crazy.
Yeah, like he was killing shit. But I have seen him recently. I've seen him live recently, and he's just
that swamp battle.
Yeah, he's just super. Like he the time limits. Like he raps through his material so fast now. Like it almost sounds like he's rapping through it just so he doesn't mess up. Like he's trying to get through his material, and then it feels like they're 60-second rounds. Because he's just getting through. He's not stopping with reaction. He's just going. And I know he's right into the time limits. Cal, on the other hand, has not slowed down. Like he never had a streak of a couple years where he's having piss. That's never happened for the last 15 years. He's still Cal. You know, he had him versus Rum Nitty was one of the battles of the year. You know,
how you call that? A lot of people, you know what I'm saying? How you call him and Nitty?
I had Cal 2-1.
Talk heavy.
I had Cal 2-1. Man, that's a debatable battle though. I personally had Cal. Cal does well against punchers, man. He does well against punchers. Big Jersey. I actually have Cal winning again. I have Cal winning again, and this time, honestly, the last time it was 2-1. You know, I even saw some people say 3-0. I don't think it was 3-0. I think Suge's first was amazing in that battle. I actually gave Suge the first. I have Cal winning this time 30. 3-0 against Suge. I have Cal winning every single round. He's home. There's too much that Suge has to fight up against. If it goes the way I think it's gonna go, you know, Jersey's gonna win a lot of these battles. There's no way that city is gonna let Jersey sweep like that. That's just not possible. So if it goes the way I'm predicting, Michigan's got to win something, and who else but the best from Michigan, right? I got Cal winning 30 in a very convincing fashion.
Damn.
I know.
30 is a wild.
Suge, you know, I'm still Big Jersey. I promise.
I'm still Big Jersey.
But I can't be biased and give Jersey the entire card.
No, you're right. You're right. So you're saying Suge is the one that's gonna let Nas down. Suge is the one that's not gonna win a single round.
I am saying that. I don't think he's gonna win a single round. I think if he goes in there with those short rounds, rushing through his material, I don't want to hear that. I want to hear. You know, I want to see him do like he said. You know, the drive and the shoot. I want to see the performance piece. I want to see pockets get tapped. I want to see all that. I would love to see a great Suge again. I would love
Suge not tapping his pockets in Detroit.
You don't think so?
Suge tapping a man's pockets in his city.
I think he's gonna do it, man. Like I said, last time they were far away from each other. This time, I don't think it's gonna be like that. BMBL, you know, a lot of times it's like that pit style.
Yeah, so, and I love that. I love that pit style too.
Yeah, for sure. So
I'm not gonna hold you. He's gonna have every gangster from 1983 to now in the building. Every Detroit gangster, every Cadillac riding, every pimp, every drug dealer, every.
I agree with all that. Suge ain't no
bitch. Escobar gonna be at the front of the, you know what I'm saying?
I don't think none of that matters. I think Suge's gonna do what Suge does.
Ain't no way Suge is pocket tapping this man in that setting.
I pray that he does, because I would love for Suge to get a win here. I would. Yeah. But if you're asking for a legit prediction, it's 30. Very hard. It's very hard for me to predict that.
Damn, I got Calico 2-1. 30 is very bold.
I didn't predict.
I'm not mad at it though.
I didn't predict any 30s until this one. I got Cal 3-0. Sorry, Suge, my bad.
Damn. Okay, so what we rating this card out of 10? Give me your rating.
So I love, you know, one, I love the league versus league cards. Yeah. But region versus region might be better. I agree. It might be better than the league versus league cards. So I love the whole idea of Michigan versus Jersey. Overall, the card, if everyone performs the way that they're capable of performing, I got like a solid 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
I really like this card.
Yeah, me too.
I do, and obviously my region being a part of it, I'm gonna be tapped in for sure, and that probably raised my number a little bit because Jersey's battling.
Of course.
You know, I would have loved to see I would love to see my guy Real Sick on this card, but